Hello everyone. So today we are going to start with the TRB analysis of our home science exam. So this exam is not difficult. It is just familiar. All the concepts are familiar to you, and you have prepared, you have revised, and you have practiced really well for this exam. So you know everything, and you have given this exam, so you were properly prepared. So this is just a analysis. Please stay calm, trust the basics, okay? And you are familiar with every concept that you have studied for this exam. So your confidence should be bigger than your fear, and stay calm, have a clarity, don't panic after seeing the answers. So let's begin our analysis. So this is the first question where they have asked you to match the list 1 and list 2, where they have mentioned electronic goods, rice, packaging material, ketchup, and here are their symbols, like which of the symbols are given to which product. So the correct answer for this question was, just a minute, let me take a pen. Just a moment. Yeah, so answer for this one is, correct answer is B. So here electronic goods will be matched with BIS. We know that BIS gives the certificate for electronic goods. Then when we talk about rice, it will be agriculture mark because it's a agriculture product, you know, cereals and everything. Ag mark is given. Then when we talk about packaging material, the correct answer will be eco mark, which is eco-friendly product mark. Then ketchup is a fruit product mark, okay, FPO. Then the next question is, in this, the list is given and they have asked you to match it with, just a moment. Yeah. Okay. So in this, they have asked you to match this American standard uh, ma pointers, American Society of Testing and Material numbers with the standards. So here the correct answer is our answer number A. So here ASTDM 5489 will be matched with standard terminology related to floor covering and textile upholstery furnitures. ASTMD 6322 will be matched with the international test method associated with textile and procedures. ASTMD 5253 will be matched with the standard terminology related to the care label of textile and leather product. ASTDM 3136 will be matched with standard guide for care symbols and care instruction of textile products. So these are the marks which we give to textile products. Okay. Then the next question 33, here the correct answer will be B, in which they are asking you which among the following are the physical property of the solution. So viscosity, neutralization, surface and interference, tension, and then there is specific gravity. So here B will be the right answer, as we will simply eliminate neutralization and we'll get the right code, that is viscosity A. Then surface and interference tension and specific gravity. Gravity will be the correct answer. So here B is the right answer. Then coming to the next one, which is 34th question, in which they have given you two statements, statement 1 and 2, and they have asked you which one will be the correct and which one will be the incorrect. So here, the first statement is, in gout, there is a decreased synthesis of purine in the body, leading to increased production of uric acid. We know this is the gout, okay? Then this is not a gout, okay? Then there is the urate binding capacity of plasma of gout patient is increased. Actually, it is decreased. So both the statements are incorrect in this question. Then 35th question is, arrange the method of following out of structural design in order of their occurrence. So they have given you the design. Okay, this is the core question of our interior design. Okay, unit interior design. So the A part is, plan the size, shape, color of the object. B is, select the appropriate material and execute the design. Then C is, keep in mind object, use and purpose. And D is, follow the principle of design. So here the correct answer will be C, as the sequence will be, keep in mind the object to use the purpose, then there will be plan the size, shape, colors of the object, then we'll be doing the follow the principle of design, the basic principles that we have, and then select the appropriate material and execute your design. So execution will be the last one in planning. Then 36th question is choose the correct answer of the option given below. So here are objective of cooking of the food. Okay. So here the correct answer will be B. So what will be the objective of cooking? Uh, Availability of a protein in soya bean is decreased. This will we will be eliminating. A option will be eliminated. The correct answer will be B, C, D. That is aridin gets denaturated and biotin is available to the body in egg. Then C will be the right answer. Toxic substance in kesri dal is removed. Tapeworm or its tapeworm in pork can be killed. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. Okay. Then there is 37th question, which is asking you spreading in innovative ideas from source of invention to ultimate users in term of in what term do we spread our innovative idea. So here the correct answer will be diffusion. Okay, where we also have a theory of diffusion, theory of innovation, if you remember. So here the correct answer will be diffusion. Then there is 38th question, which is asking you which of the following are about the uh, persuasion style of Aristotle. So when we are talking about the Aristotle theory, we know there are three basic elements, that is pathos, ethos, and logos. So simply we'll eliminate the tonos, that is C option, and we'll get the our correct answer. That will be A, A, B, D. So here C, code C will be the correct answer. We'll simply eliminate tonos. Okay, where will be the C? We'll simply eliminate that. 39th question is here we have to arrange the steps of monitoring in extension program management in the sequential order. Okay, so this question is from extension education, and they're asking you to arrange the process of specifically monitoring. Okay, so here are four steps they have given: analyze the data, collect data for measuring each indicator, prepare indicator of each activity, then present this analysis in a logical flow. So here the correct arrangement will be the code C, that is first we'll be doing prepare the indicator for each activity, then collect the data for measuring each indicator, then there will be A, analyze the data, and at the end we'll present our analysis in a very logical flow. So this will be the method of monitoring in extension program. Next question, 40th question is asking you to match it. Okay, here the match is this question is basically from relating to the environmental, resource management unit of our home science syllabus. So here the correct answer will be A, where land degrading in aridite and semi-aridite area will be matched with decentrification. Then B, extracting and processing minerals will be matching with the mining. Reverse soil degradation will be matching with the organic farming, and soil conservation will be matching with the wasted and reclamation. Then 41 question here again, it is in list 1 we have food additives and list 2 has food items. So we have to match it. So let's see, the correct answer here is D. So peroxide will be matched with canned fish. Okay, the additive is added in the food item, that is canned fish. Then sodium bicarbonate is added in dairy desserts. Okay, then alginate is added in chocolate, and EDT, that is ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, is a adulteration of flour. Okay, flour that we use specifically in the wheat flour they added. Then the next question is 42, in which they have given you two statements, statement 1 and 2. They are asking you about the zinc deficiency causes atrophy of lympho tissues, abnormalities in both cellular and humoral components. And statement 2 is saying response of tetanus, toxide, and herpes simplex antigen is high in zinc deficiency. So here the correct answer is statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Okay. Coming to the next question, that is 43. Here they are asking you to arrange the following step of hydrolysis of protein. Okay, so here the code they have given is dipeptide is amino acid. The question is stating that protein is denaturated protein, polypeptide is dipeptide, and metaprotein is peptone. So here the correct match will be, the sequence will be actually, first will be denaturalization. So this is the initial step. Here the protein is unfolding the protein complex structure into the denaturated protein. Then there will be the formation of meta protein and peptones. So the denaturated protein is then break down into a small intermediating product like meta protein and peptone. Then there is a polypeptide, like this is the further hydrolysis process. Then after that we have a, that is dipeptide amino acid. Okay, last final step is amino acid formation. Okay, so here B will be the right answer. Then next question is 44th, which is asking you to arrange the following in the correct as per the step of effective listening. Okay, so they are asking you effective listening process. What is the effective listening process? So here the correct answer is D, which means establishing the eye contact with your audience is the first step of effective listening. Then A, remain observant, like see how they are showing, the audience is showing interest or not, or notice that also. Then there will be an open minded, like if anybody is putting any question, be open minded and give the answer. Then the last will be create a mental picture uh, of what the speaker is saying. Okay, so when I am listening to something, I'll be creating like a picture. Okay, there will be easy for me, someone is speaking, and if I am creating a mental picture, like we create a cartoon kind of image in our brain, it will be easy to understand the concept. So this is how we do the effective listening. Okay, then 45 is again the match type of a question where they have given you Codex Alimentaries, then Food and Agriculture Organization, that is FAO, Modified Atmospheric Packaging, that is MAP, and Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point, that is HAFA, and you have to match it like where they have been, we use them. Okay, so the correct answer here is A. When we talk about Codex Alimentaries, it will be matched with food standard. We know it is an international body. Then there is Food and Agriculture Organization, that is FAO. So it will be matched with agriculture grains. We know that it is related to food and agriculture product. Then MAP is related to what? Packaging. Okay, so it is increasing the shelf life of a product. Like MAP is usually you will see it in a tetra pack of juice or milk tetra packs. Okay, then there is HAFA. HAFA, we know it's a microbial hazard. It stops the hazard analysis. So this will be the third one. D will be matched with the third one. Next will be coming to 46. It is again we have two statement. Statement one is vacuum head attached to flexible tubing move through weaving room to remove ink and minimum health and equipment problem. Statement two is static movement can build up in weaving when use synthetic fiber are used. Okay, this is a misprinting. So here both the statements are correct, as in it is saying that statement one is actually describing the common practice of weaving room where vacuum system is actually flexible tube which is attached to extract the lint and airborne fibers to help and minimize the health risk of the worker. And statement two is also correct because static electrical buildup is common issue in textile manufacturing, particularly when we are processing synthetic fiber. Okay, so both the statements are correct. 47th question is asking you to arrange the following subcategory of sensory motor development based on the order of occurrence. Okay, sensory motor development. So here the correct arrangement will be, the correct answer will be BDAC. Okay, D is the right answer. So we'll be arranging it as in uh, repetitive sucking of a thumb, which means approximately from the age 1 to 4 months. This is the example of primary circular reaction of Jean Piaget's stage 1 sensory motor stage. Its sub-stages are there, 6 sub-stages are there. So repetitive sucking thumb is an example of primary circular reaction. When we talk about D, that is repeatedly shaking a rattle to make an interesting noise, is a subcategory of secondary circular reaction of age 4 to 8 months. Okay, so where infant is basically attached with one particular toy and continuously he enjoys making sound of it. Okay, the rattle, he's enjoying that sound. Then the C will be there, that is move and out of reach toy closer. So here, this is a coordination of a reaction. It is shown in the child who is 18 to 12 months old. So here, infant has a clear intention of action and combining schemas to achieve his goal. Then we have okay, so this will be the correct arrangement. That will be B, D, A, C. Okay. Okay, C will be right. The last, sorry. In during the explanation, I have just moved up and down. So the right sequence will be B, D, A, C. Okay. Here is again the statement based question. Two statement are given. This is a statement one is about the Yeah. So statement when one is Cupid's zinc alloys are not capable of producing reversible variation needed for weather protection. Statement two is EAPs is a gel robots made up of polyamrides and HCl. So here, both the statements are incorrect. Not EAP is not a gel robot. Actually, this is also wrong, and zinc alloy are not capable of producing reversible variation is also wrong. So both the statements are incorrect. B will be the correct answer. Coming to the next question, 49th question is asking you to arrange the food hazard, types of food hazard with the foods. Okay, we know the first one is very easy. So let's see if we can reach to the answer with the first one. Salmonine is a food hazard in potato. We have seen in potato we have green color potato, so we don't use it. So that hazard is salmonella. When you see a potato and there is a green color, so you have to not use that potato. Then there is cyanogenic glycoside. The correct answer for this will be cassava. Then there is hemagglutinin. The correct answer for this will be red kidney bean. Okay, and then there is pari paramendin glycoside, pardon my pronunciation. So it will be matched with faba beans. Coming to the 50th question, which is asking you, choose the welfare catering service from the following food service. Okay, catering service. So where catering services given in the example mentioned. So A is midday meal program, B is industrial feeding service, D is old age home, and C is old age home, and D is blind school. So here we'll simply eliminate the B1 industrial feeding service and we'll get our correct answer. That will be A, C, D. That is midday meal program, old age home, and blind school. So we'll get B will be the correct answer. 51st question is which among the following ventilation does not require opening at two different sides of the house to facilitate direct flow of air? Okay, this is from interior design. So the options are a natural ventilation, B is roof extension or operation of air shelf ventilation, cross ventilation. So here we'll simply eliminate natural ventilation because it is asking does not require. Okay, natural ventilation will be eliminated and we'll get B, C, D as our correct answer. That is A will be the correct answer. Again, we have a statement based question. First statement is about the rational emotional behavioral therapy, that is REBT, aims to aims to challenge and change in rational thoughts. Statement two is REBT is a therapist. Therapist does not focus to differentiate needs and preference. So here, statement one is correct and statement two is incorrect. The statement two is actually, if you'll write it as REBT therapy focuses in different need and preference, that will be correct. But they have mentioned does not focus. This does not has made this statement as incorrect. Okay. Coming to the next question. Arrange the Selman's stages of perspective taking in the sequential order. So here are four stages that they have given in the option. So here the correct answer will be A, B, C, D. No, actually, the correct answer here is first will be, mm, wait a minute. Yeah. So here the correct answer will be A, D, C, B. That is A. A is our correct answer. Okay. A, D, C, D is the correct answer. So here the first thing is undefinite perspective taking. So this is level 0. This is actually for the age of 3 to 6, where children grab their uh, grabs that other have different thoughts and feelings but often mix up. Okay, so this is a perspective for egocentrism. Okay, then we have self-reflective perspective. This is level 2. Here age is 7 to 12 year. So children begin to understand how other can have a different thought and feeling, and they recognize it. Okay, people can think in a different way. Then there is third party perspective talking. Here the age is 10 to 15. So in individual can adapt an in external view of others view, like okay, they have such kind of a perspective, we have such kind of a perspective, this kind of a thinking they can have, like a third party perspective they can understand. Then there is social perspective talking. This is from age 14 to adulthood. Here people understand that third party perspective is shaped by broader social values and norms. Okay, coming to the next question, 54. Given the order in textile waste as primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary recycling. Okay, they are talking about recycling. So here the correct answer will be B, C, D, A. When we talk about recycling, here we recycling involve modification, modifying the product into its original form. Then we have C, recycling involve melt processing a plastic product into a new product. Then we have cycling involves pyrolysis and hydrolysis, which convert the plastic waste into a basic chemical and fuel. Then we have recycling refined, refers to burning the fibers, solid waste, and utilizing the heat generator. Okay. Then again, we have match type of a question here. Actually, in this question, they have given you the combination. Okay, the first they are asking about phonics. So this is from the language development. So phonics is will be matched with third one, that is discriminate basic speech sound. So when we talk about phonics, it is a basic unit of a sound in a specific language. So in our language also we have a basic unit. Okay, so this will be matched with the second. Let me see which will be the correct. Yeah, B will be the correct answer here. When we talk about retinosis pigmentosa, this is a hereditary disease. So this is a very rare kind of a genetic disorder which actually causes a slow vision loss. Slowly the vision will be going. Okay, so the people who are affected by this disease have it affect their retina. Okay, so the retina becomes light sensitive. Okay, the C option is Persebiosis. This is a problem of aging ear, age related hearing loss kind of a problem we see in this kind of a condition. It is very common in elderly people. Okay. Then we have D, that is presbyopia. Okay, presbyopia, it is a decreasing ability of eye lenses. Okay, so this is also related to your eyes. So this will be matched with second one, decreasing the ability of eye lenses to accommodate nearby object. Okay. Then we have 56. Which of the following principle of food preservation lowers the water activity in food? So here, like we are talking about preservating technique. So drying, adding salt and sugar, freezing, rehydration. So here the correct answer will be A, B, C. We'll be simply eliminating D. Rehydration will get our correct answer, that is drying, adding salt and sugar, that is making jam or jelly. Then freezing, this will be the preservative method where we are lowering the water activity. Coming to the next question, this is a assertion reason type of a question where they are asking you about the. Okay, so here approximately 20% of the children born in developing countries are underweight at a birth, and almost 40% of children under 5 years of age have stunted growth. Reason is mother who do not receive sufficient protein and calories during pregnancy or during breastfeeding, having children with increased susceptibility to disease, and protein energy malnutrition. So you have to tell which statement is correct or it is a correct explanation or not. So we know both the statement are correct, and R is very well explaining the assertion here. So A will be the correct answer for this question. Coming to the 50th question here, he's firm, she's stubborn, portrayed the description of same behavior differently for men and women. This portrayal is the example of, so you have to tell which example it is. It is gender identity, gender role, gender stereotype, gender script. So C will be the right answer. It is the gender stereotype. Coming to the next question, which is 59, arrange the step of extension education. Okay, so here identify the objective to be achieved, evaluating the teaching, collecting fact and analyzing of a situation, then teaching. So here the correct arrangement will be collecting fact and analysis of the situation will be the first thing. Then identify the objective to be achieved, then teaching, and at the end we do evaluation. So D will be the correct answer here. Okay, coming to the 60th question, which is asking you which among the following represent a different form of autistic spectrum disorder, ASD. Okay, so all of them here they have given you Rett's disorder, Pica, Asperger's syndrome, uh, Fragile X syndrome. So here you will see Pica. Pica is actually an eating disorder where a person has a tendency to eat everything other than food. They'll eat mud, they'll eat sand, they'll eat chalk, but not food. So you'll simply eliminate Pica and you'll get your right answer for the representation of autism. So Rett's disorder, A will be there, C will be there, and D will be there. So B will be the correct answer for 60th question. 61 question is again assertion and reason type, where A is stating a house with rectangular window will appear to be taller as compared to the house with the squared shaped window. The reason is this is because the ventricle line this is because vertical line of the rectangle window draw the eye upward, and the repetition of square shaped window with wide arc in the other building carry the eye horizontally. So tell me what will be the correct one. So here A will be the right one. Both A and R are correct, and R is explaining very correctly the assertion. So here A will be the correct answer. Coming to the next question, 62 question. This is a statement based question. A statement when one is saying psychic income consists of satisfaction which a person derived from the use of money income. Okay, psychic income is purely subjective and intangible. Both the statement are correct. We know income is satisfaction. After shopping, we have satisfaction. That is psychic income. Okay, so it is intangible. Yeah, of course. Coming to 63 question, the three essential components of a message are, what are the essential components? Code, content, and treatment is the correct answer for this. A will be the correct answer. 64th question is, which among the following are the requirement of good structural design? Okay, so here C will be the right answer. We'll simply eliminate the D1, which is there should be enough background space to give the effect of simplicity and dignity to the design. This will be eliminated. The correct code will be going with it with the option R. In addition to be beautiful, it should be suited the purpose. It should be well proportionate. It should be suited to the material which is made and the process which will be followed in the making. So this will be the correct code. 65 question is statement based. Here statement 1 is density is defined as a focus or load that is applied to the material per unit hardness. Statement 2 is density should be pointed out as a hardness that affects the ratio of weight per unit length and in which linear density is expressed as gram per 90 meter. This is a base question of textile. So here both the statement are correct. Basically, they are asking you about the density of the any fiber. Okay. Coming to 66 question, arrange the stages of listening step in the process of communication. Second question from the listening. They have asked you to arrange what is the good listening strategy, and now they are asking you to arrange in the communication. So option are evaluating, receiving, responding, understanding. So correct will be receiving. First we'll receive, then we'll understand the message, then we'll evaluate, and after that we'll respond. So C will be the right answer. For this one, C will be the right answer. 67th question. Establishing institution to provide strong training support for bringing about production breakthrough the agriculture vocational training. Simply, they are asking you about which program is this. Itawa pilot project? No. Krishi Vigyan Train? KVK? Yes. Farm Science Center. Indian Elegant Yojana? No. Nilokari experiment? No. The correct answer here will be B. KVK, Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Coming to the statement based question, which is 68th question. Here, statement 1 is asking in AATCC 116, the rotary vertical crook meter is used to evaluate the color fastness of each color in a print or area of a yarn dyed fabric. Statement 2 is in AATCC 15, color fastness to perception. Okay, the sample is soaked in a stimulated laboratory solution to persuade, which is sucked on the top with the price multi-fiber test fabric with the same size and placed in persiometer and then pressed together over oven, dyed and evaluated for color change and staining. Oh god, such a long question this is. So here both the statement are correct. They're actually talking about the color fastness. Okay, so when we'll put it in the color fastness meter, what will be the response? This is the question. Such a big statement they have given you to confuse. Oh god. Sometimes we get tired after solving question like what they're asking. Yeah, what they're asking the textile is a tricky question from textile. Nicely done. Okay, again, match the following question here. This is from the research part. So here, area sampling, deliberate sampling, systematic sampling, sequential sampling is given. You have to match it with its description. So here the correct answer will be C. So A will be matched with second. That is, it is known as purposive and non-probability sampling, which involve per purposive selection of particular unit of the universe. That is deliberate sampling. Deliberately you are selecting something. Then there is B will be matched with fourth. Sequential sampling will be complex sampling design where the ultimate size of the sample is not fixed in advance. From before you will not fix the sample size. Then there will be C will be matched with the second one, that is in sampling is especially helpful when we do not have the list of the population concerned. So this is area sampling. You don't know how many people are there in the area. So this will be useful. Then in the design, the selection of process start by picking some random points in the list, and then if every specific number element till the desired number is selected. So this is your systematic sampling. Every nth number is selected, nth term we say. Then here are two statements. Statement 1 and statement 2, and you have to tell which is correct, which is incorrect. So here the statement is shrink wrap packaging is a system where heat shrinkable thermoplastic film is wrapped around the article and made to shrink around it by applying a heat. So yeah, this is correct. Vacuum packaging retain all or partial air from the package to prevent oxidation of a food. That is incorrect. So C will be the correct answer for this one. Coming to the next question, which is the way of coping by creating an extreme emotional response that is opposite of how one actually feels, refer to which kind of a defense mechanism. This is the base of Freud defense mechanism. So this reaction formation, like what you're feeling, you are just responding in a very opposite. You are angry, or you're talking very sweetly. No, everything is okay. This is your reaction formation defense mechanism. Coming to the 72 question, which is arrange the following step of research process in order of their occurrence. So research process you have to arrange. here. So here, let's see. First will be selection and collection of data and determining method of analysis, analyze of evidence and formation of conclusion. Research uses similar element to define problem of investigation, classification of element in problem, and anticipating of possible solutions. So here the correct answer will be B. So C, research use similar element to define problem for investigation. Then there will be classification of elements in problem and anticipation of possible solution. Then selection and collection of data and determining the method of analysis. And at the end, we'll be doing analyzing of evidence and formulation of a conclusion, concluding the research. Next is assertion and reason kind of a question, in which in the deficiency of between B12 and folic acid, DNA synthesis is pronomlastic is affected, and hence the maturation of pronomlastic to last normoblastic is affected, resulting in anemia called megaloblastic anemia. So reason is saying both vitamin B12 and folic acid are required for the maturation of pronomlastic, that is stage 1, and later normoblastic stage 4. Both the vitamin form coenzyme which are required for synthesis of DNA. So here actually statement 1 is incorrect. Wait a minute. Here both the statement are correct. Actually, the definition of megaloblastic anemia is correctly defined in the assertion. And when we talk about reason is very correctly explaining the assertion here. So both A and R will be correct, and R is the correct explanation. R is the correct explanation for A. Coming to the 74th question, which is again a statement-based question. Here, adolescent girls are attaining a men arch should consume weekly dose of 2IFA tablet containing 20 mg elementary iron and 80 folic acid under National Weekly Iron and Folic Acid Supplementary Program FWIFS. Statement 2 is telling fortification of rice and iron ultra rice through midday meal program can be considered as a strategy to prevent vitamin A and folic acid deficiency among the children. So here both the statement are actually incorrect, as because National Weekly Iron and Folic Acid Supplement Program for adolescent girls recommend weekly dose of 100 mg, not 200 mg, okay, of iron and 500 mu of folic acid. Okay, so the value is written wrong. It should be 100 and it should be 500. Then the statement would have been correct. Okay. Statement 2 is also incorrect because the fortification of rice and iron through the midday meal program is strategically actually is to prevent iron deficiency, not vitamin A. For vitamin A, we are not doing this. Okay, it is just for iron folic acid deficiency. We are fortifying in rice. Okay, so both the statements are wrong. Here, which next question is 75th. Which among the following are the preventive reflexes? Okay, rooting, grasping, babyskin, moro. So here we'll simply, they're asking you preventive reflexes. So we'll eliminate babyskin reflex and we'll get our rooting, grasping, and moro reflex as a preventive reflex. Okay, A, B, D will be the correct answer. 76, arrange the following in a high to low protein content per 100 gram. Okay. So per 100 gram, you have to high to low. So the first one will be here, A, skim milk powder, cow's milk will be high in the protein. Then there will be prawn. Then there will be buffalo's milk. And then there will be egg. Okay. This C will be the correct answer. The following is the characteristic of food suspension. Which of the following are the characteristic of food suspension? So the particle greater than 0.1 mu will be the food suspension. Then there will be particles do not pass through high grade filter paper. Then there is lighter movement. Transparent will be eliminated. You'll get your correct answer. A, C, D will be the correct answer. Next question is our 78th question, statement based. Statement 1 is in stratified sampling, the cost of taking random sampling from group strata is often so expensive that the interviewer are simply give group form to be filled in. Statement 2 is the size of quota sampling for each strata is generally proportionate to the size of a sample available for the data collection. So here both the statements are correct. 79 question is assertion and reason based, where A is saying food additives is any substance not naturally present in a food but added during the preparation in remaining in finished product. Okay. Food additives increase the shelf life and decrease the risk of contamination of a food. No. Actually, increases the food shelf and decreases the risk of contamination of a food. So actually for the 79th question, assertion is correct, but reason is false. So C will be the correct answer. A is right and R is false. Next is again assertion, and 80 question is assertion and reason based. Here digital printing is being used to create a smart textile. Okay, yeah. Soft structural sensors are being created by printing conducting polymers with metallic monoparticles and other components onto the fabric. So for this, A is also right, R is also true, and R is correctly explaining the assertion here. Okay, digital print is used for the small textile. That is correct. Next is, which of the following statement about osteoporosis is true? The statement is, it occurs into the post-menopausal stage. Less create of calcium and phosphorus in the bone due to deficiency of vitamin D. Reabsorption of bone is more due to the deficiency of estrogen. Composition of bone remain the same. So here you'll simply eliminate the D option. This is less acceleration of calcium and phosphorus in the bone due to decrease of vitamin D. You'll eliminate this and you'll get your right answer. That is ACD. C will be the correct answer for this question. Coming to 82 question, that is, arrange the following man-machine system components in order of their occurrence. So here the correct answer will be step where we will be arranging it. C will be the first one, display of information on the machine. Then there will be A, that is perception of all information on display. Then there is B, that is interpretation and taking decision in the light of her knowledge, and then communicate the decision to the machine. So D will be the right answer. 63 question is measurement scale and their quantity, validity, particularity, reliability, and accuracy. So the correct match will be B. When we talk about validity, validity will be matched with indication that degree to which an instrument is measured, what it is to be measured. Then B is particularity. Particularity will be matched with indication, indicates the character of economic convenience and interpretation of an instrument. Reliability will be matched with indicated whether the instrument provide consistent result, and accuracy will be matching with indicated that the instrument measure is true representative of observation underlying characteristic. Then we have 84th question, in which we have muscle contraction and their changes. So in this, A will be the right answer, as eccentric contraction will be matched with muscle lengthening while contracting. Concentrating contraction will be matched with muscle lengthening. Sorry, concentrating contraction will be matched with muscle shortening while contracting. Isometric contraction will be matched with muscle length remaining constant during contraction. Static contraction will be matched with leads to fatigueness. Okay, so A will be the correct answer for this. Arrange the motor milestone in the chronological order of its occurrence. Okay, so here sitting without support, show thumb opposition, then hold the head steady and being carried, grabs a cube or any small object. So the first thing the child will do is holding the head steady. Okay, then grabbing any cube or small toy, then after that sitting without a support, and at the end the child will show the thumb for opposition, like thumbs up. Okay, this is, so B will be the correct answer for this. 86th question is a match type, where they have given the methods like lottery method, quota sampling, stratified sampling, multi-stage sampling, and you have to match it. Okay, so here the correct answer will be B. While lottery method is a restrictive random sampling. This is example of random sampling. We have learned it from this, like the lottery system is random sampling. Then we have B, quota sampling will be public opinion study. Then stratified sampling will be matched with simple random sampling, and multi-stage sampling will be cluster sampling. Okay, so B will be the right answer. Then these are the types of menu. You have to match it the nature of the menu. Table D hot menu is your table D hot menu will be matched with set menu number of dishes are planned by the host. Okay, cyclic menu is the menu that gets repeated. Okay, it is planned from advance and it gets repeated. Usually cyclic menu we have seen hostels. Do joy menu is a menu for the day. Okay, like today is a special menu of the day. So C will be matched with for first one. A la carte menu is choice menu offers larger variety from where you can choose it. Like we have, shahi paneer butter masala, what you want to eat. So you can do that. Table tea hot is the one where we have set menu, thali system that we have, North Indian thali, South Indian thali. So this is your table tea hot. Coming to the next question, which is, here the correct answer will be the D. Coming to the 88th question, which is a statement based question, in which the statement one is telling you when weft yarn cover the surface, the fiber in the weft one and weft count is higher. Similarly, when the weft yarn cover the surface and fabric in a weft facing one. Okay. So statement two is satin fabric are unbalanced, but the high count com compensate for the lag balance. Okay, here's both the statements are actually correct. We have seen the satin, how the pattern of satin is made. So we know that they are actually kind of unbalanced, but they have the high count, so it covers for that. Okay, coming to the next question, that is 89th question. Wait a minute. 89th question is, which among the following are the consequences of child sexual abuse? Okay, so the option is anxiety, anger and hostility, attention seeking, and mistrust of adult. So here the correct answer will be B, that is ABD. Attention seeking will eliminate anxiety, anger, hostility, and mistrust of adult will be the correct code for your 89 question. Coming to the next question, 90th question, which is asking you about the following IS standard is the standard of sensory analysis in the food. Okay, so here they have given you IS 66273 part 1, IS 15286, IS 1705, and IS 15346. So here the correct answer will be, we'll simply eliminate D1. Okay, IS 15346, nothing is as in like that we have studied. So we know IS 6275 part 1 is, it provide a general guidance of methodology of sensory analysis. Then we have IS 15286. It is a general guideline of testing the room for sensory analysis, and IS 17025 is an international standard which outline general requirement of testing laboratory, okay, and for the sensory analysis. So D is nothing. We'll simply eliminate that. Coming to the next question, which is, which among the following is not a prenatal disease? Okay, prenatal means before birth. So here, rubella, maternal diabetes, herpes, and encephalitis. Sorry. So here you'll simply eliminate herpes. Wait a minute. No, you'll eliminate encephalitic. You'll get your right answer. That is A, B, C. Okay. So yeah, when we talk about When we talk about encephalitis, it is an inflammatory of a brain, often because of the any viral disease. Okay, it can be because of herpes or any autoimmune response. So there will be a headache, fever kind of a symptom you will see. So this is not a prenatal disease. Coming to the next question, 92. This is a assertion reason based question where assertion is saying, as per the Indian government regulation, the extent of rice polishing should not be increased 5%. The reason is during milling, rice is polished beyond 10%, then most of the thymine is lost. Okay, so this is correct. A is also correct, R is also correct, and R is a very appropriate explanation for the assertion. Coming to the 93 question, which is the arrange the following elements of communication as per Shannon and Weaver's model. Channel, receiver, information source, and transmission. We know the first thing will be information source. So D, then there will be a transmitter, then there will be a channel, and at the end we'll have receiver. So option D is the correct answer. 94th question is name the eating disorder that has a cyclic pattern of eating binge followed by self-inducing vomiting, fasting, excessive exercise, or using laxativities. So this is, bulimia. This is a basic characteristic of bulimia. Okay, coming to the next question. This is statement based, where statement one is refer man in between 18 to 69 year of age and weight of 65 kg with a height of 1.73 meter with a BMI of 20.3. Statement 2 in the case of children, the body weight of well nourished, healthy children with a normal growth are used and referred to body weight. So here, A statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Coming to the next question, assertion is intimate partner violence cut across all social classes, but it more common in low income families. Reason is all partners from low income families are more likely to have grown up as an abusive household. So here A is true and R is not the correct explanation of assertion. Coming to the 97th question, which of the following steps are involved in organization process? So you have to tell the steps in the organization process. So this is delegation of authority, preparation of diversion plan, coordination, identification, classification of the activity. So here A, C, D will be the correct answer. You'll eliminate B, preparation of deviation plan. You'll eliminate it. 98 question, assertion iodine content of a food is lower to 37 to 70% in Indian method of cooking process. Reason is frying reduces the iron content by 20%, grilling by 23%, and boiling as much as 58% because of volatile nature of iodine. So both A and R are correct, and R is a very appropriate explanation for iodine content in the food. Coming to the 1999 question, which is asking you the silent features of marasmus. Okay, so for the marasmus, they are asking you non-stratified fatty acid are elevated, response of adrenaline is lower, serum enzyme are slightly lowered, and edema is absent. So here you'll eliminate response of adrenaline is lower. You'll eliminate this. You'll get your answer. B, A, C, and D are the correct answer. So option number C will be your answer. Next is glutamic acid, methionine and cysteine, arginine and lysine. You have to match them. Okay, so for the matching, here the correct answer will be, okay, yeah. The correct answer will be B. A will be matched with the force, that is glutamic acid is cleaving result in formation of urea in the liver. It is a precursor precursor amino acid for neurotransmitters. Then your B will be matched with third, that is present in keratin of hair and insulin. It also protects the liver from damaging and poison. Arginine, arginine will be matched with functioning function in cell oxidation reducing reaction, and also plays role in metabolism and ammonia. Lysine will be matched with, it is parent substance of keratin which transport fatty acid within the mitochondria in the production of ATP. arrange 101 question is asking you to arrange the style of technical design style specifically, structural style specifically, specification, special swing and finishing specification, stage and fit specification, material specification. So the correct arrangement will be structural style specification, then we'll have then we will be having stage and fit specification, then there will be material specification, and then at the end there will be special swing and finishing specification. Next question 101. You have to match the research type with the description. So here D will be the correct answer, which means experimental research will be matched with cause and effect relationship between two or more variable. Descriptive will be matching with the current status of phenomenal under study. Correlation will be matching with the what degree of relationship exists between two or more variable, and casual will be matched with does not have control over independent variable. 101 103 question is glucose is made available to the circulation by glycolysis in the red blood cell, glycogenesis, absorbed sugar from the diet. So here C will be the right answer. So you'll simply eliminate absorbed sugar from the diet and you'll get your correct answer. 104 question is arrange the following in the correct order as per agriculture extraction model. So here applied research, message, elaboration and material production, basic research and field testing. So here will be basic research will be first, then applied research will be there, then field testing will be there, then message, elaboration and material production will be the last one. 105 question is statement 1 is labeling of material of marked food products is necessary to increase the sale. Statement 2 is since the nutrition label will not upgrade the nutrition quality of a food supply, food industry are not determined the nutrition content in the food. So both this my statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect here. Okay. Second statement will be incorrect. Which of the following is a physiological function of sodium? So physiological function of sodium has a absorption of glucose. Then we have major cation in extracellular fluid and cell membrane permeability. Okay, so you'll simply eliminate major castration of intracellular fluid. It is extracellular fluid, the right one. 107 is which of the following are tossal effort used in homemaking activity? In here, you'll simply eliminate directing, leaning, stooping, and kneeling. Leaning, stooping, and kneeling are the correct one. Okay. So you'll eliminate directing and you'll get your answer, which is B. ACD is the right answer. 108 question statement 1 is oxidation of a aldose with a bromine water conservation aldehyde group to carbolic acid and the product is called uric acid. Uric acid are formed as a product when aldose is oxidized in such a way that the primary hydrolysis group is oxidized and carbolic acid without oxidization of aldehyde group. So here the correct one will be both the statements are correct, explaining it very well. Both the statements are correct. Arrange the following line planning order. Line planning order. Okay. So first will be pre-adoption product development. Then there will be post-adoption product development. Then there will be assembly and finishing. And at the end, wholesale and retailer. 101 is a type of non-verbal communication and with their features. Meaning kinesis is related to interpretation of body language and posture of movement. When we talk about illustration, illustration is related to non-verbal sign which add to verbal communication. Then we have regulation. Regulation is a sign like nods, a smile. Okay. Then proxemics is personal space and territory. Then 111 question is the procedure that involve the quality of data for coding is editing. Okay. involves the quality of data for coding is editing. Which of the following sensory criteria can be measured ob objectively? Texture, flavor, color, and taste. By observing, you can identify, okay, sensory criteria. So here you'll simply eliminate taste. Okay, taste cannot be, you will taste it, then only you will tell the taste. So texture can be observed by seeing. Okay, flavor and color. Okay, chronological arrange the stage of fetal development. Okay, how fetal is developed. So here in this question, appearance of bone and cell, graft reflex develop, kidney being functional, experiences occasionally hiccups. Okay, so here the correct arrangement will be B, A, C, D, B. Okay, A, C, D, B. First will be appearance of bone and cells, then will be kidneys being functional to function. Then there will be a D, experiences occasional hiccups, then graft reflex will be developing. 114 question is arrange the following the correct as per the perception pyramid from the base to top of the pyramid. Okay. So first thing will be what I think, then is what I say, then is what I do, and at the end we have how other perceive me. Then arrange 115 question is arrange the following as per Edgar Dale's cone of learning. Okay, so you have to arrange it according to Dale's experiment. Okay, cone of learning pyramid. So here the first one will be stimulation model and experimental lesson. Then there will be participate in hand-on workshops. Then there will be design perform a presentation, and at the end we will have design collaborative lessons. Now there is a match type of a question. They have given symptom and you have to match them with their nutritional deficiency. Moon face and muscle wasting is a marasmus. Typical quasico symptoms. Okay, so A will be thought. Then we have vision, chest, and enlargement will be related to rickets. Then we have bleeding gums and hemorrhages is a vitamin C scurvy, vitamin C deficiency. Then we have hemorrhages, disease of newborn, that will be vitamin K deficiency, lack of vitamin K. 117th question is which report writing emphasizes on simplicity and attractiveness with minimum mathematical and technical detail. That is Albiretry report. Logical report have mathematical, popular report also, and cluster report also. A will be the right answer for 117th question. When we talk about 118th question, this is a match type question where they're asking you bone reabsorption phase, reversible phase, rest phase, bone formation phase. So when we talk about bone reabsorption phase, this will be resting osteoblast. Then there is reversal phase. This will be matched with osteroids. Rest phase will be matching with osteoblast, and bone formation will be matching with osteoclast. Okay. Then we have stage of adoption and their source and channel. Awareness will be related to personal contact by extension agent with local leader and display of poster. Interest will be matching with one, that is personal contact by external agent in a small group of farm radio talk leaders, bulletins, and farm papers. Evaluation will be matched with the demonstration and discussion by peer. And then at the end, trial will matched with personal contact by extension agent with the individual farmers. So here C will be the right answer. Then we have 120th question, which is a statement based question where they are asking you about the single treatment of gamma radiation can make a species free from insect infestation with a heavy loss of flavor component. Femination of a species with chemical and methyl bromide has disadvantages, especially of the retention of chemical reduce. Here, statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. D will be the right answer. 121 is statement 1 is celiac disease is caused by sensitivity of wheat, gluten, and gliadin. Then we have statement 2, that is gliadin represent in wheat, gluten causes inflammatory reaction in the mucus in the small intestine, interferes with the absorption of fat. That is correct. Both the statements are correct about the celiac disease. 122 question is which of the following are correct about method demonstration extension working. So here simply you'll eliminate C, taking less time, and you'll get your right answer, that is A, B, D, showing how to use practice. Then there will be appropriate to show the work of new instrument, and D will be compensation with the old practice is established. Then we have 123 question, which is also a statement based question, where statement 1 is transparency of a plastic container used to pack drinking and mineral water shall not be less than 85% lighter transparency. Then we have a statement 2, which is product made of recycled plastic include carry bags shall be used in packaging, storing, carrying, and dispensing article of food as per food safety standard packaging regulation 2018. Tell me which is correct, which is incorrect. So statement 1 is correct. Transparency should be not less than 85%, but statement 2 is incorrect. Coming to 124th question, which is match type of a question, where they have given you the father of scientific management, and you have to match it. Who is the father of scientific management? It is Ford, Frederick D. Teller. Then we have studied group behavior dynamic, will be matching with third, that is Mayo. Then we have concerned with the principle of organization and fundamental principle, that will be Fayol. Then at the end, defining planning as how family goals are reached, it will be matched with Cross and Can. Coming to the 125 question, arrange the component of disability as per NCMRR model in the sequential order. So here first will be physiology and impairment. Then there will be functional limitation. Then there will be disability, and then there will be social limitation. 126 question is which of the following is correct about the use of community theater in mobilizing communities for developing work. So here A, B, D will be the correct answer. You'll simply eliminate to evaluate result immediately will be eliminated. The correct answer will be to reach the literate, illiterate audience at a mass scale, then preparing a people for analyzing their socio-economic and cultural realities of life, and at the end helping people to evaluate the alternative and motivate them to act. Then we have 127th question, which is which of the following is correct in the context of health belief model of behavior changing and its behavior determination. Perceived suspecting oh my god, from perceive amount, perceive severity, perceive benefits. So you have to tell me like the answer. Susceptible. I'm being fumbled with this term. Then so the correct answer for this one will be D. A, C, D. You'll simply eliminate perceived amount and you'll get your answer. Then 128th question is arrange the following influence of beauty of the bias cut fabric nature in order. So here the correct sequence will be, first one will be as bias stitch is lengthened with the width decreased. Then there will be C, the lengthwise gain and cross gain run in opposite direction from the center to true bias. Then there will be the cross gain fiber are not twisted as tightened as the fiber from the length gain and fell wave easily on the bias. Then we have A, after a bias is stretched, it does not return exactly at its original shape. Then we have 129th question, which is asking you to arrange them. Baby bloomers were called in which year? So Gen Z, millennials, and Gen X. So when we talk about baby bloomers, so they were actually post World War II. That period after that, like after the World War II, the people who were born were called as baby bloomers. So the correct answer will A will be matched with born between 1946 to 1964. Okay, then Gen Z. Okay, the Gen Z, very trending term, you know. Gen Z is typically including born late in 90s and early 2010. So it will be matching with the 1997 to 2009. Then we have millennials. Actually, we all will come in the category of millennials. This is Gen Y. In other term, we say Gen Y. They are born between 1980s to mid 1990s. Okay, so it will be matched with this one, and 1982 to 1996. And then there is Generation X, Gen X. It includes individual born between mid 1960s to early 1980s. So this will be matched with 1965 to 1980. Coming to the 130th question, which is statement based, in which the first statement is the standard that are measurable scientifically in term of quality as numeric are called objective standard. Statement 2 is there is no element of bias or ambiguity in stating objective standards. So here both the statement are correct recording according to the standard of measurability of scientifically. So this is it for your TRB exam. I hope so this exam analysis have helped you to know the right answer. And if there have been any issue or do you have any confusion, do let us know in the comment section. We'll be happy to help you all. And count your score, how many you have done correct. So be prepared, be optimistic. There are many opportunities that are you're gonna get. So be prepared with it, and we wish you all the very best. Bye bye. Take good care of yourself.